sometimes we offer a garland to a personality coming. We make garland for him. So of course it's not that, you see a garland not offered to Krishna. Oh, it's nice. No. Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami. Namaste Sarasvati Deve Gauravani Sashami Visuddhi Krishna Srimati Srimad Bhagavatam, 9e chant, chapitre 13, la dynastie de Maharaj Nimi, verset 4. Qui ne comprend pas l'anglais? Shishya vyati kramam vikshya Shishya vyati kramam vikshya Tam nirvatyagato guru Tam nirvatyagato guru Ashapat patata deho Ashapat patata deho Nime pandita manina Nime pandita manina Shishya vyati kramam vikshya Tam nirvatyagato guru Ashapat patatat deho Nime pandita manina Shishya vyati kramam vikshya Tam nirvatyagato guru Ashapat patatat deho Nime pandita manina
Shishyavati kramam vikshya Tam nirvadityagato guruhu Ashapat patatat deho Nime pandita maninaha
Shishya vyati kramam vikshya Tam nirvatyagato guru Ashapat patata deho Nime pandita maninaha
Shishyavati kramam vikshya Tam nirvatyagato guru Ashapat patata deho Nime pandita manina
Shishyavati kramam vikshya Tam nirvatyagato guru Ashapat patatat deho Nime pandita maninaha
Shishyavati kramam vikshya Tam nirvatyagato guru Ashapat patata deho Nime pandita manina
these verses from the Srimad Bhagavatam that we are repeating in Sanskrit has been repeated for centuries by great devotees, kings and swamis. We are transported in another world. Shishya Vyatikramam.
Shishya Vyatikramam.
C'est quoi? What is Shishya?
A disciple.
Huh?
Disciple.
Okay, disciple, yes. And do you know another verse with Shishya? Huh?
Shishastakra.
Shishya?
Shishastakra.
Shishastakam?
Shishastakra.
No.
No.
Shikshastakam, Shikshastakam. No. Ashtaka means 8 and Shiksha means teachings. Means easy. No? No?
Yeah.
Another verse where there is the word Shishya. You should know. Yeah. Shishasteham, Salimambam. Shishasteham, Salimambam. Ratanam. Bhagavad Gita. Krishna, Arjuna. Huh? 2-7. No speculation. What is the meaning of this verse?
So it's funny because we had to learn it yesterday in our Brahmachari meeting. The point 7.
This verse, Shishasteham?
Yeah.
Oh, good,
No one learned it anyway, but
I see.
but the meaning is like, if I can, of course.
Yes, yes.
When Arjuna is confused about
Yes.
what he have to do and is asking humbly asking to Krishna to teach him what he have to do about his duty, and is also surrender him into his disciple and the soul surrender into him.
Yes. Oh, very good. You spoke about that yesterday, so it's very nice. Thank you. Shishasteham Salimambam Paranam. Shishasteham. Ham. Je suis, I am. Te, your Shishya, your disciple. Before Arjuna was Saka Teham, je suis ton ami. So I am your friend. But now, no, I am your disciple. Friend is, we can have discussion. Disciple, oh, no, I am learning now. So, Shishasteham Shalimam, teach to me, please. And Prapanam, I listen, I surrender. I don't object. Oh yes, oh that's nice. Oh no, I don't agree with you. No. The truth about God and the truth about our relationship with God, what to do in life to be happy. God means happiness also. Param Brahma, supreme, eternal happiness, personification, happiness, Krishna. So how to be happy eternally, that has to be descending knowledge. We just know how to become happy. We don't know how to become happy. We know how to diminish our unhappiness. That's all. Just like if you were sick, and the only thing you can do is to diminish your sickness, but as you have a little less. Oh, that's good. But then immediately you got another disease, your pain at the foot or anything like that. So this is material life. Happiness is only the feeling that, I feel good now. I don't have pain too much. Or I'm not suffering so much. It's like when you go and see somebody at the hospital. He's in his bed, like with bandage everywhere. Like that, the leg, the feet. Yeah. But today they took away the bandage from the little finger. So, how are you today? Oh, I am better, huh? Very good. And that's your life, huh? There are so many different things to solve. But the soul is not touched by this, it's just, waiting and waiting. Where is my real happiness? So that comes from God. And we have to be disciples, we have to hear. Okay, Shishya Vyatikramam. Oh, yeah, Vyatikramam, Vyati, deviation. Yeah, we should not deviate. Not deviate. It's such a pity. You are on the right path. You are linked with some wonderful life, wonderful world, and you become a little Christopher. Wonderful, and you become a little. That's okay. I can. I will do it later. Remember?
Yes.
I will do this nice service, this love for Krishna a little later. It's okay. And boom, you deviate. Such a pity, eh? So, how to avoid that deviation? You have to be intense, just like on if you drive. Well, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, you drive on the highway and you have you can go out here, but you have to go. You are going to New Mayapur, just like Massimo. You were chanting yesterday. If you are going to New Mayapur, be sure to wear Krishna's flower garland. Yeah, so you are driving, going to New Mayapur, and you see an exit, oh, it's just like, almost the same. You deviate, and then, and you find yourself lost, after, where I am, when you are in Lyon, driving back to New Mayapur from Italy, and in Lyon, it's too late now to come back, and then completely lost, boom, lost 1 hour. So, deviation. How to avoid? What do you think? How can we avoid to deviate from the path, the beautiful path of devotional service?
I heard a class one day, because Krishna Maharaj saying that you never straight on the line, it's like plane, they never go directly, they are never perfectly on the line.
Who is never on the line?
The planes.
The plane.
You take this example, during the travel,
Yes.
the plane is like maybe 80% of the time is not on the line,
Okay.
but you arrive at destination.
So what is moral than the story? What is the teaching?
It's not really answer, but it's
You are
related.
just counteracting completely my point. Don't worry. Do whatever you want, Shoo. You will, comment c'est déjà? On ira tous au paradis. We all go back to whatever you do, don't worry. No. No, I'm sure he had a good point, but yeah, because the plane, he may, it's a big travel, but he always keeps the goal. So that can be a good way not to deviate. Always keep in mind what is the goal. It is important to practice this simple activity of devotional service, chanting, dancing, honoring prasad, very, very transcendental activities, but sometimes we deviate, like chanting, we deviate. Oh, we chant and oh, it's nice chanting. You know, we deviate from the sound vibration to the beat of the mridanga. Oh, nice! Wow, you forget, you know, what you're chanting and like that. So it's important not to deviate too much by remembering the goal. What is the goal? The goal is that, you know, if I am separated from God, I am incomplete. I am deviated from my life, from my real life. So we have to be, you know, we want to again be connected with God. And how to be connected with Him? Bhakti-yamamiyati yamashasmitatvata. Krishna said, the only way you can be connected with me personally is through love, through devotion, through service. You serve me. Yeah, love is good, but it has to be certain way. If we say, oh yes, God love that, that means, you know, God loves me. God loves me. That means He is my servant. He gives me happiness. So if we consider God as our servant, you know, who is supposed to give us happiness, material or spiritual, then we don't know God. He doesn't have to show Himself. He can remain behind the clouds. Oh, you want this? Take it. Oh, thank you, thank you. We don't care so much about Him. We care about what He gives. So He doesn't have to reveal Himself. But if you serve Him, oh, to serve God, yes, patram pushpam palam toyam yume bhaktyat shati. If you offer me, a leaf, a flower, a little water, something simple but with love, you know, I want to serve you, to please you. Then Krishna, puts away the cloud, and here I am. Such a wonderful yoga. Serving with love. So we should not deviate by remembering the goal. Yes. Viksha. Observing. Tam. The performance of Jagya by Indra. Nirvartya. After finishing. Agata. When he returned. Guru. Voilà, on avait we had Shishya, now we have Guru. What is Guru? Guru. Spiritual master. What is spiritual master?
Somebody who will connect us to Krishna.
Yes. How can he do that?
Through the disciplinic succession.
Yes. Boom, boom, paf. Yes, representative. Yeah. Yeah, and through the disciplinic succession means the guru is a shishya.
Yes.
Yes. Guru is a disciple. Not of his disciple, but of his spiritual master. Yes. Ashapat. He cursed Nimi Maharaj. Patatat. What is patatat? Patat? Patatat. Oh, yes. Not.
No.
May it fall down. He cursed, may it fall down. Boom. Patat. Ah yes, there is a verse with patatat. Patant yado yusmat yanigla angaya. Those who think, who imagine that they are liberated. I am liberated. I am cool. Because they have performed a lot of austerities and like this, or studies like this, you know. Yenye Ravaniksha Vimukta Manina. Vimukta Manina. They think Manina, they imagine that they are Vimukta. But they have forgotten being free from greed, lust, anger, many things like that. They are forgotten after or during freedom to revive their health, their devotional service to God. You know, being free from materialistic consciousness, that's good. But if you forget to revive spiritual consciousness, positive aspect, then patata. You know, sooner or later they will fall down again in material life. Because the soul has a constitutional link with Krishna as a servant, part and parcel of God. So if you forget, if we forget our connection to God through loving service, then we become covered by all kind of ideas. You know, I am this body, I have to do this service to my country, to my family, to my body, to my this, to my and we forget, you know that I am Krishna's, and then it's insufficient. Mukti, vimukti, liberation is insufficient. You know, very often in yoga we hear about mukti, mukti liberation. But in bhakti yoga cycle, Krishna says, you know, the verse about the yoga, the best is the yogi. What is the verse in Sanskrit?
The best of all yogis is one who thinks
Yeah, but in
about
Sanskrit.
it.
Huh? Yeah, yogina mapi sarvesham. No? Madgatinantaratmana. Vajati omam same yukatam. So, amongst all the, that's Krishna was speaking, yeah? Bhagavan Vacha, Dieu, God as a person says, of all the yogis, the spiritualists like that, those who are looking for freedom, liberation from material, of all of them, the one who is linked with me through devotional service, with faith, with love, constantly remembering me, how to please me, is the greatest. That's God's point. So, yes, in the Bhakti Yoga, liberation, insignificant. We don't value much liberation because it is just, just like if you are a healthy person doing all kinds of activities, sports, and life, you do all kinds of things. Oh, you become sick. Oh, so for one day you go to sleep. When it is finished, is it the end of it? No, you want to again go back to your life. So this is liberation, just the end of your disease condition. But if you remain there, it's just boring. So liberation is insignificant. It's a little step. The real thing is bhakti. Okay. Patatat. Yeah. And you become sick again. Deha. Deha. What is deha?
Body.
Yeah, the body. Dehi, no. Smin. Komalam. Tata. Yantara. Prati. Yes, tatra. Yeah, c'est bien. 2.13. Bhagavad Gita, 2.13. Nime. Avmaraj Nimi. Pandita Manina. It's like Vimukta Manina, who imagine to be a Pandit, a great learned person. Okay, who considers himself very learned. Prabhupada added in between himself, he considered himself so learned as to disobey the order of his spiritual master. Marada Vyatikrama, that's one offense, to neglect the instruction of Krishna or coming from Krishna or from his representative. You think yourself more intelligent. The material brain is superior to transcendental knowledge. That's a mistake. Translation. After completing the sacrificial performance for King Indra, the spiritual master Vasishta returned, and he found that his disciple, Maharaj Nimi, had disobeyed his instructions. Thus Vasishta cursed him, saying, "May the material body of Nimi, who considers himself learned, immediately fall." Yes. Well, in principle, the relationship between the spiritual master and the disciple, in principle, that means, sometimes exceptions. In principle, it is well-wishing. Well-wishing, yeah. The spiritual master doesn't have anything to gain from the disciple. The disciple has something to gain from the spiritual master. Just, well-wishing, just want to help. So in general, the spiritual master doesn't curse a disciple. Oh, you did not give me my bakshish. Anyway. Next verse. Nimi prati dado sapam gurave dharmavartine tavapi patatat deho loba dharma majanata. For unnecessarily cursing him when he had committed no offense, Maharaj Nimi, the disciple, counter-cursed his spiritual master. For the sake of getting contributions from the king of heaven, he said, "You have lost your religious intelligence, therefore I pronounce this curse. Your body also will fall." Wow. See. You have to be careful in spiritual life in this world. We are still in this world. We may be, yogi, devotee, initiated, brahmana, temple commander, temple president, GBC, guru, patatat. If you are not careful, we are in this world. We are not supposed to be. We are supposed to be in this world, but not of this world. Okay, but it's not far. No, not far. So we have to be humble. We have to be humble and cautious. Atyanta, patient, cautious. So the Guru cursed his disciple, the disciple cursed the Guru. Purport. Jai Srila Prabhupada, the religious principle for a Brahmana is that he should not be greedy at all. In this case, however, for the sake of more lucrative remunerations from Indra, the king of heaven, the Guru Vasishta neglected Maharaj Nimi's request on this planet. And when Nimi performed the sacrifices with some other priests, Vasishta unnecessarily cursed him. You follow the story. Maharaj Nimi is a good devotee. He wants to go back to Godhead. He has a ceremony, a ritual ceremony to perform, and the priest is busy with another yagya. Well, he's busy with a yagya for Indra. Indra is more materially, is more elevated than Nimi, the king, his disciple. So the priest, Vasishta, thinks, he wants me to be the priest of his yagya, but Indra, he wants me also, and Indra is more powerful. I will get more benefit for me, more contribution from Indra. So, wait a minute, first I do this one. Huh? And, okay, Maharaj Nimi said, oh, but if I don't do my service, because for him he's a devotee, it's not just some ritual for material benefit. If I don't do it, I may die in between if I wait for him. We can die any time. So if we think, oh, I may do my service a little later, I have to be careful. What will happen in between? Maybe we will not die, but maybe we will forget Krishna. So any opportunity for devotional service, we have to take it as something very precious. Yes.
We have to tell also that at this time, sacrifice will take thousands of years.
Oh yes.
Like the sage of Namisaranya, they were organizing the sacrifice for counteracting the Kali Yuga. It would last 1,000 years.
Yes.
So imagine in heavenly planets.
Ooh.
So Nimi was thinking, maybe I have no time.
Yeah.
Because the time is not same over there and here.
Yeah. Good point. Huh? So Maharaj Nimi thought, if I have to wait for him, I will ask another priest to do this. That was a devotional idea. He wanted to come back to Godhead. That was his point. So and then when Vasishta, the priest, comes back from his ceremony with Indra, with a pocket full of money and everything, hey, you did not wait for me? I curse you. And Prabhupada says, when one is infected by contaminated activities, greed like that, like Vasishta, his power, material or spiritual, reduces. Although Vasishta was a spiritual master, Maharaj Nimi, because of his greed, he became fallen. So, we should not be greedy. What is the verse? No. Lust, anger, and greed are the three doors to hell. Krishna, he says in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavati Mataji, the Sanskrit, lust, anger, greed. Huh? Trivedam Narakashyedam. Yeah, three. Yeah, three doors leading to hell. Lust, anger, and greed. Lust, convoitise, lust. I see something, Dhyayato Vishambo. I see something, and seeing something materially pleasant, that's constant. But I meditate on it. It comes through my eyes, and I take it in my mind. No. When you see something attractive, materially speaking, and don't meditate on it. You can see and hear some. Don't meditate. Then then you don't have it, and you become angry, frustrated, and you are angry. Or you have it, and then you become greedy. I want more. That's the problem with lust. It's like fuel on a fire. If you try to satisfy the lust, the fire of lust increase. Greed. You can see people today, some people who are very rich, they want more. Like this French, not French, French are good people. No, this man was the big boss in a car factory, Renault. Don't don't put his name, but he was from another country. He's like among the top people, rich, wealthy people in France. Millions. Every month he received like that. Boom, he was caught. He cheated about his what he had to pay as tax. He was cheating for a little more. He has airplanes. He has houses everywhere around the world. He has honor, everybody. And just he wants a little more cheating, and boom, he was put in prison. so nul. Greed makes us really, comment on dit nul, enfin, minable. Minable, nonsense, stupid, small time, Vasishta, he's a great sage. Don't laugh at Vasishta, be careful. Don't say, oh, this Vasishta is real. He's a big sage. But he, greed. He had a little attraction to what the disciple can give him. No, should not have an attraction. It's just the duty of the spiritual master is to be representative of God. So he has to ask the disciple to give service, but the service is not for him, is a representative. If he takes it for him, that's material consciousness, and he's going to be greedy. If he takes it for Krishna, then this is devotional consciousnness, and he will be benefited, and he will benefit the disciple also. So that's very, you have to not take anything for oneself. Like we usually say, like if the ambassador, receives something for the president, he's ambassador in somewhere, like that, and that, takes it in his pocket. No, he has to send it to the president. Otherwise, he's a thief. Removed. Boom. You are fired. But greed, lust is dangerous because it leads to greed or to anger. And anger, yeah. And anger is terrible. When you lead to anger because of lust, for something material, physical or mental, I lust to be honored, I lust, and then if someone doesn't honor you, you become angry. Why you do this, And when you are angry, so painful, and you cannot stop it, It's, and you say bad things, you do bad things, you may even do really bad things, but after you regret that you have done it. So anger and greed. Yeah. I remember one time I got carried away by anger toward my son, and I beat him. I regret that all my life. And greed. Do you remember? I don't want to hear, but probably you remember some story in your life where you become angry and you did something that you regret. And greed. He could have been satisfied with what I had, but I want more. And then very difficult to stop after. Lust, you can stop if you don't meditate too long on the object of material senses. If you don't meditate too long, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. And okay, remember, I want to come back to that. I don't want to lust towards the material world. He will give me a material body one after the other. A spider, man. How you become a woman? Ah! Yes. So if we don't meditate on lust, there is, if we are engaged in a devotional service, a good chance that it will not deviate us. But if we let contemplation, yayato, visampusa, or greed or anger, frustration or more. And in this story, it's special, this thing about between the spiritual master and the disciple. Cursing, counter-cursing. Yeah. Well, this is from another plane. These people, Maharaj Nimi is a great devotee. And Vasishta is a great sage. And sometimes the biggest teacher, Krishna, or Vyasadeva, Bhagavatam, he used good students. Still they are students. Vasishta is a great sage, but still is not yet completely a pure devotee. And Maharaj Nimi is not yet. So the teacher, he used good students to show to others what you should not do. Because if we use some neophytes to show what you should not do, the neophyte he will be attracted to the bad things that is the role he is playing. Like sometimes we make a play. We should make play, more play, play the theatre. And if you play the bad role and you are not very fixed up in devotional service, well, actually, yeah, I like this nonsense. Yes. So better you use good devotee, fixed up devotee to play the role of the bad guy, like Hiranyakashipu. Yeah, it's me. Give me wine. Oh, the girls, yeah, God, And then the neophyte devotee is playing this role. Yes, me. Yeah. Oh, wine. Oh, yeah, wine. Girl. Oh, yeah. So better not to use someone who is not too fixed up. Yeah. Prabhupada said, play should be acted by pure devotees. Yes. So sometimes in Bhagavatam you find, some teachings given, and the actors of the play, they are, great devotees. So you should not mock them or say, oh yeah, this is. On the other side, offenses, we have to be careful. Cursing somebody, or not necessarily. You break your Brahminical thread, and fall down. That was the Vedic thing. Mantra, Sankalpa. When in the Vedic times, Brahmana, their strength, their teja, their power was through the sound. Whatever they say, not only Om, but whatever they say consciously, the word will carry the act. Sankalpa, boom. So when they would curse, take their Brahminical thread, symbol of thread, and boom, they break the thread, saying, "You cursed." Boom, paf, it happened. So, but it's not necessarily like this. We may just have some bad idea of this one, and then counter curse. Oh, I heard you said to someone that I and you are yourself. You are this. Bad thinking, bad speaking, counter bad thinking, but you have to be especially between, no, it's for anybody, in life, not nice to, but between devotees he goes far, because why? Why the devotee special? Yes, because he is dear to Krishna, and it's like if you do something bad to a boy or a girl, little, and his father is president of the country, you're gonna get it strong. So, devotee is a child of God. I mean, is a recognized child. Everybody is a child of God. So we should not do any harm to anybody, or any offense. But one who is a good child, trying to go back, Krishna is really real affection, a lot of affection. Just like one day, we were doing Sankirtan, book distribution, and we were saying record also. And one devotee, he was a little too enthusiastic, and he went to distribute books to the tribunal, what in English, the court, to the court, and he found the biggest door, and he pushed the door, hey, hello, here I am, you want a book? And the top judge was there. Who is this guy? And the devotee was a neophyte. He had some, pride or like that. And you, who are you? He said, Bin! Oh, the cops came, the police came, would jump on him, and jail. Not only that, but then, he said, what are you doing? Well, I am with my friends, we distribute books. They took us all, 4 of us. Boom, jail, 8 days. Because he did something bad to somebody high. It would have been to a normal person, can give a slap and go away, nonsense little uneducated boy. So if we do offense to a devotee, it's not nice. If we do offense to a cat, not nice. But offense to a devotee, or the father, is a big man, Krishna. And Krishna, he doesn't like that at all. And he big like that. And he may even take away our spiritual consciousness. That's a big punishment. So, we have to be careful with greed, lust, anger, because we may do something bad to somebody who has a big father, Krishna, and we may have a big punishment. 10 offenses, you remember? We recite that often. First one is to blaspheme devotee, especially those devotees who are like in followers of Prabhupada, who are doing good for others, trying to spread this nice Krishna consciousness. And if you do something bad to them, Krishna, because Krishna's desire for this world, please offer me a leaf, a flower. Okay, that's nice. That's for apprenticeship. Huh? Learner, yeah. You have to learn how to become my servant. Offer me a leaf, a flower. Okay, good. But the real service that Krishna likes, if we help him to free, to educate again his lost children. And those devotees like Prabhupada and all those who are following his mission in ISKCON, who are trying to assist Prabhupada, to assist Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in spreading this medicine of the holy name to save people from their suffering. Their suffering,
karma, so disease, problems with law, headaches, problems in their family, all kinds of sufferings. This is due to forgetting Krishna and remembering lust, anger and greed. Boom, karma. So if we assist Lord Chaitanya, if we assist Prabhupada in a neophyte way, but still we try, and somebody criticize, you are not perfect, or you are nonsense, then Krishna doesn't like that at all. First offense to the chanting of Hare Krishna. Yes. And if we make offense in chanting Hare Krishna, there is 10 offenses, like that. We have to learn them and think about it, not just a list of offense, boom, Bahu, no. We have to, not just know the list, but we have to think a little about each of them because there is 3 levels of chanting Hare Krishna. Namaparad, Namabhas, and Shuddhanam. Offensive stage, pure chanting, and in between you diminish the offenses. Consciously, you try to, you are conscious it is bad. It is opposed to devotion. So that's why before chanting japa in the morning, we remember why. Because we are on this middle level. First level, neophyte, is offensive. When we start, we make many offenses. And, criticizing, what are these devotees? I just came 2 days ago, now I know what is Krishna consciousness, and I see the devotees, oh no, they are not perfect. Many offenses. And spiritual master, strange. He's not very high. He should be somebody. Physical body. Or Shastra. What is that? What is this? Is Vasishta, the spiritual master? This is nonsense. Be careful. Spiritual master is not ordinary. Anyway, so we have to learn a little these offenses. Because if we remain on the offensive stage, then we will never develop love of God. Krishna will never bring us to his cycle of devotees. We will never develop love, never develop a taste for chanting. But we have to start from somewhere. So it is allowed to chant Hare Krishna with offenses at the beginning, and then, slowly, by chanting, even with offenses, we become aware that we are nonsense, and we become humble. And when we become a little humble with other devotees, sadhu sangha, then, I should try not to make offenses because I like chanting Hare Krishna. Or I would like to like chanting Hare Krishna. I would like to love Krishna. I don't love him, but I would like to love him. That could be nice, huh? Then I have to stop my offenses. So this is the second stage, Namabhas. And when we chant with sincere and serious consciousness and practice to avoid offenses, then we become liberated. That's very powerful reward. Huh? We become liberated from all the sinful reactions of our past life, past activities. Yeah, because Krishna sees, he was punished. He punished himself. Maya punished him because of his egoistic and bad activities like that. But now he has understood. He wants to become a good devotee. So no need to punish him anymore. Even he was supposed to be punished for many things before. Okay, we forgive. He is forgiven because he has, what is it? Bhavagrahi Janardhan. That's the name of Krishna, Janardhan. Bhavagrahi. He sees the heart of the person. The Just like if one is a prisoner, you know, he has done that, he has done this, he has done that, boom, 20 years in prison. But the judge or the representative, after some time, he sees, oh, this person, he has recognized his fault, he's very sincere, and he proves it in his activities, okay, forgiven. Out of the prison. That's Krishna. So, if we are serious and sincere in our practice and in our feelings, we feel bad. We want to be a good devotee. We would like to be like advanced devotee, like the spiritual master. Yes, very good. One time a devotee said to Prabhupada, I would like to be like you. And the other devotee said, oh, don't say that, it's offense, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, no, this is very good. Of course, you don't imitate, but you try to. So, yes, I would like to be a good devotee. I am not. At least I should not be a bad devotee. This word is not good anyway, bad devotee. I should stop offenses. And then, Krishna helps you to be freed from this, so you can serve him. Not to be free, mukti, and then patatat, because you don't want to serve, you just want to be free from the punishment, and then you remain an egocentric person. No. But if you want to be free to serve Krishna, yes, then Krishna helps. Second stage of chanting Hare Krishna. And then you reach Shuddhanam, you chant purely, you chant with love for Krishna. It's week, the week of the holy name, so we try to speak on the holy name. So, offensive chanting should not remain long. That's, allowed, because, okay, he comes from, yes, please stay with us, this new guest, he does all kind of nonsense, he sees, why you behave like this, he doesn't understand that we are here, trying sincerely to improve ourselves toward Krishna. So we make offense, but we are compassionate. Yes, but you should not remain too long like that, of course, otherwise, okay, And clearing the offenses, that may take some time. But usually, one lifetime should be enough to stop the offenses.
Good news.
Yeah, sometimes, often it takes a long time to stop the offenses. But if at the the last day you finish offenses, you chant purely and you die, boom, you make it. But it has to be a sincere and serious. Serious means, really try and try and try. Or again I did it. No, again, try it like that, And you regret, you are sincere. And you do what you should, how to cure this. You ask, how can I get free from that? And the ultimate answer is just chant. Chant seriously, 16 rounds, or whatever is your vow. One round, chant it seriously, one round. Since if you are initiated, 16. Serious practice, and serious and sincere of Krishna, humble. I would like to, but it's against my will. I do wrong things by past habits. And then yes, Krishna helps. Be patient. May take a week, a month, a year, a lifetime, but it will work. Hare Krishna mantra, Sankirtan Jagya, it's blessed by God. In Kali Yuga, Harel Nam, Evakivaram, Kalonasti, Vanasti, Vanasti, Vagati, Alnata. There's no other way. It's the best way, and there's no other way. And it works. So, have faith. Faith in the holy name. Faith in God. Not different. And then offenses diminish. It's bad to be offensive, and it is very nice to be not offensive, to be humble. And then, very quickly, when you are freed from offensive, very quickly, love of God. And then you get a taste, ruchi. We read this morning, Mongol Arti. One should have taste, ruchi, Rupa Goswami said, one should have taste to chant incessantly. So that was the talk today about the holy name. We have to be careful of lust, anger, and greed. It's normal to feel lust, to feel anger, to feel greed, but we should not contemplate this. Let them develop. At the very beginning, yes, Krishna said, Arjuna, at the very beginning, you should curb this enemy of self-realization. Kamesha, Krodesha, Rajoguna, Samudbhava, Yedam, Verinam. Is Mahapapma Mahashanam. Mahapapa, this great sinner, lust, anger, greed, and Verinam, destroyer of spiritual life. From the very beginning, you have to slash it with a weapon of knowledge. Yes, I am not this body, I am not this material world, I am not. I am a devotee. Get out of this illusion. And like that, we are on the path of not making any more offenses, less and less and less. And our chanting become more and more tasty, more easy, attractive. Krishna gives us signs, more and more. Sometimes, at the even offensive stage, if we are sincere, we have to start somewhere. But even if we are sincere, Krishna gives us signs. Oh, Krishna. Oh, Prasad. Wow. Oh, Kirtan. It's a sign. Yes, you are. Don't worry. You have still problems. Drink a little thing, a beer when you don't. Nobody sees you or something like that. But I see you are sincere. Just past a bit. Don't worry. And you give us. Yeah, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. Very quickly, don't worry, you will stop. Kshipram davati dharmatma. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, one who is sincere on the good path of serving Krishna, even if he does something wrong, don't criticize him. He is my sadhu. He is my saintly person. Kshipram, very quickly, he will manifest his real desire, his real nature. So, we should not entertain lust, anger, greed, and we should try to avoid offenses. And the reward is certain. We develop a taste for chanting Hare Krishna. We develop a taste for loving Krishna, for serving with love. And then we become eternally happy in the spiritual world. Back to it. Any question? Hare Krishna.
I have a question. Is there any right way or any more favorable way to pray to Krishna?
Any favorable way to pray?
To Krishna, favorable, like a way to pray to him?
Yeah, the best way to pray to Krishna. The best way is to follow those who pray in the best way. Yes. So you read prayers in the scriptures from great devotees who are offering prayers, and you repeat those prayers. It is very nice because you are sure you are on the good idea of praying. Plus, two benefits. Plus, you show respect to a devotee. Instead of, I pray. No, I would like to pray like him. So, you get the blessing of this devotee. Yes, prayers of Dhruva Maharaj, prayers of Prahlad Maharaj, prayers of King Nimi after, so many prayers everywhere. So these devotees, they give you their blessings. Oh, he's trying to follow me. Oh, please Krishna. And it is a good prayer. It's recorded. So it's, of course, to make it simple, we can also answer. Best way is to chant Hare Krishna, because it's pure. A prayer sometimes it's a little elaborated. My dear Lord, you are the supreme. You are beyond this world. Also, you appeared here. You are controlling everything. And, this is nice, but it's okay. A little elaborated, complicated for the mind. But Hare Krishna mantra is just, Krishna, hey, Krishna. It's direct. So this is a great blessing of Lord Chaitanya. He gave us the ultimate prayer, a call called by the name. Like a child, if he needs something because he wants, or if he has a problem, he may say, "Oh, Mom, I would really like to have this. Oh, Mom, I have problem." Okay, but Mom, shoo, immediately. What do you want? Okay, go. Just a name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yeah, that's ultimate prayer. You cannot do any mistake. Hare Krishna. Okay, chai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Bhaktavrinda ki jai.
Gopaswami is aquí.
Jai.